Hey there, hi there, ho there. Hello there. My name's Adam. Welcome back to my channel, Kaputy Inc. If you've seen more than one video and you keep coming back, you might as well subscribe so you can see me doing my most excellent work. Anyways, today we're going to go over where I'm at with the semi that I bought and show you how that's going. Let's get kicking. Check it out. So it is an 02, 03, I don't remember what it's titled as or whatever, but it's a September 02 build. That's probably right in the middle of the model year, or right in the middle of the build year, so whatever. It's Volvo, it's got an ISM Cummins in it, which is like 370 horse, which gets us a nice beefier end and drive shaft, the transmission. So that's what I was going for when we built when I decided I was going to build a single axle. It's got a 10-speed Mariner transmission in it, which I ended up getting a spare for peanuts from a real broke guy. We're talking peanuts, a bag of peanuts. He was hungry, he's broke, he doesn't have any money, he needs something to eat. Anyway, cab is freaking huge on this thing, which is good because I'm freaking huge. But I mean, it is huge, huge. Like, you could have 2 elephants in there, fucking huge. That's how big this cab is. The box I managed to acquire for a garden hose reel that I had traded up for literally just a 5-gallon bucket. It was an empty 5-gallon bucket. Weaseled this guy. Ended up with a box. It's the whole paper clip for a Porsche thing. Google it. Got it mounted. I didn't mount it. I had a guy do it. I was going to do it. Didn't have time. As you can see, my YouTube videos have been kind of a lot farther apart than they were in the winter time when I worked on to make videos. But pretty simple, just a mount in the back, mount in the front. The box and hoist and everything was all connected to the subframe already, so it's just a bolt-on deal. We got the hoses made. I acquired a pump, PTO, and the towers, everything. All the controls I got on Facebook Marketplace. That gentleman, he really hosed me down. I had to trade him like a 10-pack of oil filters, but you know, we got the deal done. We're ready to go. This thing has been dumping. The only thing we didn't do is we got to get, the cylinder has 2 ports on it, you know, fluid in. So I guess it would be a 2-way cylinder, but we're really only using it as a 1-way cylinder. But the top port will still have oil come out. I don't know if there's some sort of bypass going inside. That happens when the box goes up all the way. We'll put a stop on it, you know, so it pulls on the PTO and stuff, or on the pump, so it pulls the selector back to where it's supposed to be. But for the time being, just I'd like to get it working and get the bugs worked out of it, you know, before over the winter time we're going to paint it and stuff. So that's where we're at with it. I ended up mounting the hydraulic tank, got the pump and PTO online, got some hoses made, one of which we fucked up on, so that was $200 down the tube. Couldn't even trade the guys over in Rushford there anything to make sandwiches. Apparently they've got a deal with another guy where they get sandwiches for free in order for parts. So pretty jazzed about it. We'll do a little walk around and show you what's going on. Check it out. Hydraulic tank. I ended up having this sitting around on an old single axle project that my dad had from frickin' like 10 years ago. Inside of it's still clean. We just flushed it out with some diesel fuel and we're good to go. Big valve so you can isolate the tank if you ever need to take the hose off. Brand new hose, double clamped on everything. I don't know if that was necessary, but that's how I did it. Over here is going to actually be the return off the cylinder. So this will be it doesn't actually have fluid going in and out of there. It should really just be air. I don't know if inside the cylinder it's got a little leak or there's a bypass or it always has fluid in it or what. I don't know how it freaking works. I'm no rocket scientist over here. But I do know the fluid comes out of this hose. And it's simple enough. We have a hose that actually came with the box, and I just got everything I need here to add here. Just got to pop this cap off, put it on, and we'll have our return hose taken care of. So right here, this is what mounts it. I think this is like 3/8" plate, and the guy I had do it, Arnie Roth is his name. That's Arnie with Arnie with an L. He welded it around here, bolts to the frame here. So that's the front mount. New hose for the cylinder, the up and down. Right on. Alright, at the back here, this piece right here is where the 5th wheel plate mounted to. It appears to bolt on or whatever, and with all the holes I mentioned, so you can Position it how you like. We took it off, left this on, and made for a great place. Put a piece of angle iron on, and just bolt it right down or whatever, and she's nice and sturdy. Box locks, safety stops or whatever. These things were frozen solid. Used the made a little skid loader adjustment on those, and got them freed up. A whole bunch of Panther piss, and we're aces. Here's the box. Tailgate operates flawlessly, and honestly is beefy. This thing is stout, which I'm excited about. You can see right up here. Oh, there's a little light shining through. That's the only place that the box has any issues. There's just rust right along this edge up here or whatever where the floor meets the front. And we're just gonna cut that out. We'll probably end up cutting the whole headache rack off. The top of the headache rack is already cut off because it was too short to fit over this big ass cab. So I was just gonna extend it up, but then after I talked to some people, it's like, no, just build a whole new front. It's not that hard to do. Instead of patching it in, and that thing's got a little bend in it. This is by no means a new box, but you know, for the price I paid, it's gonna do the job. We're gonna add some sides on here. Ooh, how's it look at the camera? Right here. We'll add sides to that portion there. I've actually got them off my quad axle. I don't use them on the quad, and I'll just cut them down to fit on here. So we'll call that free. Oh, hello. Rear plate. This is 5/8 inch plate. Welded right to the frame rails. Sunk in lights. Nice heavy pedal hitch because we want to haul the dozer around on the tag trailer behind. Backup lights. Nice heavy D-rings. So good to go there. Got plenty of clearance between the bags. We don't have to worry about the bags getting cut. We're actually going to build like a little bumper that comes up behind these bags so that if somebody's getting a little crazy backing up into something, we don't tear up bags. Because it's hard to see back here. I think we're going to add a backup camera, but a little bit of time with a welder saves a lot of downtime and some damaged bags. So, yeah. Alright, driver's side. Again, you can see front mount. This puppy here is called an auto greaser. It mainly greases the fifth wheel. It's going to hit the scrap head. Then again, maybe I could trade it up for like a new Mustang or something. Anybody want an auto greaser for a Mustang? Ford dealer, I know you watch. Hit me up. We'll get you a good trade here. I actually have a large stainless toolbox that I swindled off my rich friend Jed. You gotta have rich friends. They're so dumb. Anyways, you laugh at your own jokes like a jackass. That's what's gonna happen over here. This is all gonna get 86 here. We got the airlines and all this. I'll keep that stuff, mind you. That'll be good. But it's nice. You got the valve and everything right here. We're just gonna essentially extend all this stuff to the back so that we have air hookups and electrical for the trailer. All right, in the cab, we've got our dump control box here. Drilled some holes. Tried to cut the rubber flooring around it so it looks nice. Push this down, PTO is on, then you can lift your box. I actually have it set in here backwards from how you normally would. The PTO would be over here. This would be that, but it didn't make sense. My dump truck, my big dump truck, you go forward to let the box down. So this one, if it was set this way, you would go forward to take the box up, and that's kind of backwards from what my natural reaction would be. So we set it up this way. So that's how you lift it up. You know, like if it's like an oh shit moment, you throw it forward. That's what I'm used to doing. So that's how we're doing it. There's a hole right here. This had some sort of valve because this came off actually a T800 end dump tractor trailer setup. So there was a valve here that just didn't work out for us to use as the tailgate open and close. So we're gonna just buy one or see if I got something on the shelf that I can make work. Engine, ISM Cummins. Not sure the leader's on that. I suppose I could look it up, but you know, you can Google it yourself. Put it in the comments. Yeah, right? Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Hey, comment on what engine this is so I can, more people will like my post. Anyways, it's got like 700,000 miles on it. We hooked the computer up to it. My buddy Tone, that's Tone with a K, said that he could dial her up to 4 1/4. We're just leaving at 370 for now. That should be more than enough to get done what we want to do with the single axle. So, yeah, clean bill of health. You know, he looked at all the service records or whatever he could find or whatever through Cummins. He's pretty good at all that stuff. It's got air conditioning, works. Cruise control, works. I had him also shut off the no idle time thing because these trucks. This was like just like a line haul truck for like a food service company or something like that. I do believe maybe a beverage company or something. I think it was a food service company. So they have it limited to 65 or 62, and then they also have I think it's 65 because of the interstate. And then no idle time. So after a minute of idling, it shuts itself off. So we got rid of that, and we bumped up the top speed to like 70 or 72 or something like that. We don't want to let the old man get going too fast in this thing. So yeah, everything seemed fine on it. Before we get her out on the road, we'll give her fresh up here. We'll do the oil change on it. Might even flush the coolant and stuff. So comment below if I should make a video about that. Right. Other things that need to be done to the truck. Obviously, it needs to get DOT'd and licensed, which is freaking impossible right now with the goddamn COVID, making sure that nobody can get to the DMV, yet either make an appointment or stand in line for fucking 3 hours. So, I guess that's not impossible, it's just inconvenient, right? Being that it's a Volvo, the most important thing we can do is take all the badging off of it and change the goddamn grill. And maybe people won't know that it's a Volvo. I would have rather bought, you know, one of the big name Peterbilt, Kenworth, you know, I don't want a Freightliner or whatever, but price is right, quality's there. That's what Jerry always said. So we're going to do a little body work to the fender over there. I think we're going to paint it blue. We're going to try to make it match the big truck. I haven't decided yet. I've also thought that maybe this is something I'll resell right away once I get it working right and I know everything's the way it's supposed to be. Haven't quite decided. I guess we'll see how handy it is to the business. If we find it's not useful as I thought it was going to be, we'll get rid of it. Or we keep it forever, you know, because these things last forever. Yeah, other than that, we need to give her a good wash, and hopefully we'll be dumping dirt with it in the next couple weeks. We've already tested it, you know, but it doesn't have lights in the box yet. We got to put those in. So, lights in the box, get it DOT'd. Tires are all nice on it and everything, so nothing looks to be out of spec. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. It's just finding time to get it all done. So, all right, here we are under the truck. Hydraulic pump, probably way too big for this truck, but like I said, got a smoking deal on it. So that's what goes here. Air operated valve for your up and down of the box. This hose here is a swivel hydraulic. This is a pipe fitting, swivel pipe. Oh, excuse me, goes right into the tank. It had to actually be reduced. 3/4 inch line. This is our feed line for the cylinder. This here is the inline from the tank. This is just a low pressure hose. It's an 1.25 inch low pressure hose, double clamped because I don't want to have issues. This is just kind of dangling here. It's going to get one of these deals. It's going to get tied up out of the way so that it can't move a lot, and it's up out of the way. You don't have to worry about if something were to catch it. Same with this hose here. This will get some sort of clamp situation so that this is up out of the way proper. Hooking this up was actually pretty simple. It's just a couple of air lines. You just got to get the feed up to the tower, which we were able to steal. This is the feed line here, and this is from the air greaser. I know I'm not going to use that anymore, so the right size line, it was plenty long. I was able to feed it up into the cab. Worked out. Then we had to feed 4 technically, but 3 lines. You had your PTO air, which is this one here, this red thing. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's your PTO. That's fed with air. That's just an air-in deal, and it pushes on some gears, locks them together so that your PTO will spin your hydraulic pump. Hydraulic pump makes pressure, pressure makes the box go up. Then these 2 air lines here, A and B, these are for your up and down. It operates an air cylinder, or a slave cylinder maybe they would call that or whatever. Either way, it operates it and literally makes it slide back and forth. That lets fluid go through one line, and it lets fluid come back out of that line. And when it comes back out of that line, it returns through the inlet hose or the tank hose and just goes back into the tank. So pretty
simple deal there or whatever. We like it, and actually when we tried it, the box didn't really go up extra fast, what we were expecting. You know, I was like, I wonder if this thing's gonna throw the load out of it, but it ended up going up at a decent rate. You know, a little quick, but not like super fast. Definitely manageable. The only thing is, it's always going up. There's no like idle and it not go up, I do believe. I'm pretty sure it's like, as soon as you put it in gear, the box is gonna wanna try and go up when you pull the lever back to make it go up. But pretty sweet setup. Everything's heavy duty. So that's kind of what we're going for.
Well, that's gonna wrap up the midway tour, I would call it. We did buying it. Now the midway point, we've got the mechanicals just about sorted on it. So what's left to be a video about the payoff, if you will, the end scene, the money shot. Well, that could be a couple of them. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe.